Hi everyone. So I have an Apollo update, the newest kitten to the family. He still follows me everywhere, but now he is sitting even closer and at times he is laying at my feet like a dog would. Um so it's confirmed I'm his favorite. Um it's just oh my god. I never thought I would be stalked by a cat ever again, ever since Hades left. And it feels very lovely. I'm trying to get him to come into the bathroom to take like when I take showers. Um, I mean, I'm trying to see how far this cat's willing to go to profess his love to me because like Hades used to be in there like I don't know, a few times a week and he would just lay on the floor and he liked it cuz it was warm in there and I don't know if this one would do it, but maybe one day. Because pretty much just anywhere I go, I would love to have a cat attached to me. That'd be lovely. Um, so he watches me in the kitchen. Like he'll get up on the island and just kind of like just watch what I'm doing. And he's a counter jumper, the worst counter jumper I have ever seen. Like this cat, oh my God. Like when he was finally able to jump and he just started practicing it everywhere, he figured out how to get on the counter from one of the chairs. It's just the way the chair was positioned. He just got on the arm of it and jumped onto the counter and would just sniff his way across all the counters to see if there's any food that he can have. Um and it was cute for a while. I was like, "Oh, look at me. Look at how like not bothered by this I am." But then he was getting older and it continued and then it's like, "Okay, like I really don't want cat food in or cat food. I don't want cat hair in my food." Um because it's bad enough that every single morning I wake up to cat hair just stuck to my eyes, stuck up my nose, like to the corners of my mouth, like probably I drool, I don't know. But because just cats. Um and the only reason this doesn't happen to Alicia is because she only sleeps on her back or her side. I am a stomach sleeper, so I get all of the wherever their butt has been, my face has probably been on, so whatever. I don't know where that came from. Um, why did I talk about that? I don't remember. Anyways, um, sure, maybe it had something to do with the counter. Anyways, so I've been trying different ways to get this cat to not jump on the counter. Um, not really coming up with a whole lot of solutions. So for like a week, I put a box on the arm of the chair, so he couldn't like jump from the arm to the counter because that's the only way he can get up there currently. It's just a matter of time before he does it from the floor. Um, Maybe he'll never figure it out, but he probably will. And so that worked. Like I was actually able to like do things without him jumping up on the counter like every 30 seconds and me having to like put him down and then wash my hands and go back to what I was doing and then put him down and then wash my hands. Like it was just over and over and over again. So the box came down a couple days ago because I saw that he was sitting on top of it and he had finally figured out how to get on. It was a tall box. Yeah, he figured out how to get up there and it just seemed like the box was kind of pointless at that point. So now he's only been up there like a few times. Anyways, I consider that a win because the box made him kind of think, "Oh, I can't get up here when I want to anymore." So, as long as he still maintains that mindset, I don't know why I just talked all this time about a counter jumper, but yeah. Oh, he's also a drain eater. Like I thought I had seen it all. Like our other cat, Xena, we had to get baby locks on all the cabinets because she would just go in there poking around. And we absolutely, like, the only baby lock we have left now is the one that's on the trash. It has to be there. Like the cabinet that opens to the trash because she was a hardcore dumpster diver. Oh my God. Like, Wherever we put the trash, whatever we put on top of it, I mean, every which way, she found a way to get into the trash to see if there was any remnants of like food that she could snatch. It was just gross. Like I would walk out into the kitchen and just see the trash on the floor, just her swimming in the trash can trying to find out what she can eat. And then like she was getting sick sometimes depending on what the fuck she ate. And so we came up with we're just gonna have to put a baby lock on it. And so she doesn't dumpster dive anymore. And then I had this thought that like when she eventually leaves, like Hades did, because she's old too, I had the thought that like, oh, finally, after all these years, the baby lock can come off the trash cabinet. And then we get Apollo, and I'm like, nope, it's because he'll dumpster dive. So it's got to stay on. And now, like, we have to really make sure there's nothing in the sink he can get to, like the drain. Like sometimes it catches little bits of food, and then like, how like you don't empty the drain like right away if it's just a couple of things. Um, but then we noticed that like, what did we have the other day? Like hamburgers or something? I think it was, or no, maybe I was ground up turkey because there were bits of meat in the drain. And Alicia came to me and she's like, guess what I found Apollo doing? Eating meat out of the drain. Like he was eating the drain meat. And I was like, are you fucking serious? So we can't leave any bowls. Like, you know how you put a bowl in, you put water in it, and then you wash it the next day? We can't do that because he'll just lick whatever's in there, and I don't want him like there's like tomatoes, there's stuff that's not good for him. So you would think a cat would know not to do that shit. Speaking of him, anyways, how much time? Oh, he got 7 minutes on that. Okay, so that's an update. He really is my soul kitty, and I love him so much. I'm obsessed with this cat. Anyways, so hot weather is upon us already. It's only April and we're already going to see 80 degrees tomorrow, and we're high 70s and low 80s for the next like several days. And I'm in my room today and I've got the windows open because it's not quite warm enough yet to put the ACs in. So I just have the windows open. And I have my music on like I always do when I'm doing work, but I can still hear shit outside. And I could hear people coming out of their boxes and talking to each other, and children, because it's spring break for them. So I'm hearing so many children, and I'm like, who the fuck has kids on this tree? I thought we were old crones, most of us. But so there's that. Then just the mower after mower after mower. It's what the fuck is this? Like a symphony of mowers? Like somebody hears a mower and they think to themselves, okay, okay, somebody else is mowing, so now I can finally start mowing. Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like, should I always thought it was like I wanted to mow when it was getting warmer because the grass was growing a little, but I didn't see anybody else doing it. So I thought, would it be weird if I mowed now? And so like I just wonder if like other people have those thoughts and they just wait till they hear other mowers at the beginning of the season and they're like, "Oh, it's good to start now." Does that make sense? Just the first time, not every time. And I was also pissed because I had to go mow yesterday because there was a bunch of them yesterday too, and I was like, "Well, now ours is going to look like the hairy place on the block again." So, um okay, so there's that. And what else is there? Oh, baby bird sounds are coming everywhere. Like I don't know, these hooker birds are getting around the neighborhood because like there's a nest with babies right outside my window in my room. There's a like all around the house in these trees. There's like multiple like babies being born. I know that they have like a season where they get it on like a lot and then pop these little birds out, and I guess they close their legs again. I don't know. But I love the sounds of the birds. I don't mind those because it's nature and they're not human. So yeah, give me some bird sounds. Um, I just thought it was weird that like, what did they all hatch on the same day? Like, I don't get it. There's so many baby birds. Okay, but anyways, I got on here to just say that Alicia is gonna leave tomorrow to go next door to Janice's house and live there for 10 days. Um, it's the first time of the year, and for anybody who's not listened before, um, Janice and Nadine, they're sisters, but Nadine lives at the end of the street, and like they do almost everything together. The only thing they don't want to do together is move in because they argue all the time, but they still do things everywhere or all the time together. So they're going to Paris with their friend from Texas, and Alicia's going over there to watch the dog. Buddy, the cat, he died last week. They put him down because he's so old. He was so old. They didn't even know how old he was. It was like I forgot where they got the cat from, but maybe it was like a shelter or something because they said they were told an approximate age when they got him, but I don't know, like he could have been 16, 17 for all we know. He was pretty old. And Alicia had gone over to visit Janice at one point and saw Buddy, and Buddy was not doing good. And it was obvious that he was on his way out of this life. And so Alicia said to Janice, like, you might need to like think about putting him down because, like you don't want the cats to suffer. Um, and I think that cat, I didn't, like, Janice didn't say this. I'm wondering if that cat, if like she waited so long to put this cat down, like 3 extra weeks after it really should have been, I don't want to say killed, but you know what I mean? Like, because I don't like when animals suffer, but Buddy was her mom's cat, and her mom died a few years ago on Alicia's birthday of all days. So that's great. And I wonder if it's just that was the last thing that she had really of like her mom's or something. I wonder if that played into why she waited so long. But anyways, so she's just got Alicia just has the dog to worry about. And I'm so excited for her to leave because now I can finally rearrange the house. Um, Not necessarily the way I want it, but so that I don't have a peanut gallery or somebody making suggestions that don't make sense. So, like, I thought about, like once a year, I like to just kind of switch things up. And I don't call it spring break, spring cleaning, because it's not always in spring where I do these things. Um, what was I saying? Oh, arrange the house. So, like, I thought I wanted to do it this past weekend, like Saturday or Sunday. And I was out in the library thinking about where do I want to put things. And then Alicia was like, what are you thinking about? And I told her. And there's this one piece of like, there's this one, I don't know what to call it, like a chair or a couch. It's like a mix of both. It's like the end part of a sectional, like a chaise lounge, but also not narrow. Like it's wide too, where like multiple people can like fit on this thing. It's so awkward looking. And I remember I bought it because A, it was on sale, and B, I was looking for a bigger piece of furniture for my room to sit on because at the time, like, Hades liked sitting next to me and I wanted to figure out how to bring him even closer. So I got that chair so that we could be even closer. And Alicia's been trying to get rid of it ever since, like, I don't know, the second month it was there. It's big, it's bulky. And for the longest time, this chair was in my room. So I don't give a fuck. It's my room. If I want a bulky piece in there and I can make it work, then I'm gonna fucking do it. Well, now I'm in the back of the house and that chair won't fit back in this room because this room is like just too small for that. So it's out in the library. I sit on this chair every fucking day and play with the cats or I don't like watch them eat because oh god, I have to police these cats. It's the one thing I can never teach them how not to eat out of each other's bowls. Like when one's done, they just are like, "Hey, what do you got? You got some stuff?" And they just start eating out of their bowls. And I'm sorry, my sense of fairness applies to animals too. Like I don't want them stealing from each other because that would make me sad. So So I sit on that couch chair thing and hover while I'm on my phone scrolling, waiting for them to finish eating. I use that chair every day. What does Alicia say the other day that made me decide I'm just going to wait till you leave before I rearrange? She goes, "Why don't we just take this chair and stand it up on its side and then just push it off to the side and then um then that's out of the way and we can rearrange around it." And I'm like, "Are you serious right now?" I was like, "How much ketamine are you on?" Because she gets take home ketamines or they mail it to her or whatever, like ketamine medication or some shit. And she was not on any ketamine, any at all. She just thought that was a good idea. And I was like, "You're the smart one in this marriage. I'm not the smart one. Like, why are you saying some shit that I would say?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Do you know how like dumb that would look? How ridiculous it would look to have just a piece of furniture stood up on its side?" I was like, "Where the fuck am I gonna sit? I like this piece of furniture." You know, these are the kind of things you worry about when you don't leave the house very often and you don't work with people anymore, you know? Your attention goes other places. So I just was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna wait till you leave." And then she got offended and I was like, "I just no, I don't want to." That was the ridiculous suggestion. And if that's the first one, I don't even want to know what the rest of them are like. So, and she likes how I rearrange anyways because I'm very good at making things cozy and making spaces functional and so yeah, like what the fuck was that suggestion? Like she didn't even say for like a week or two or three or until we can get it somewhere else, like she forgets this is my chair too. Like we bought this for me. It's my chair. It's just not in my room, but it's still mine. And it works pretty well to me. Looks just fine out there. Um This episode is just not about anything. Um, I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's about all things that I'm wondering if other people think or do with their cats or whatever. Like anything that you hear that you do, I always appreciate a comment or something like, "Hey, me too." Still waiting for some of those. And oh, and I finally, uh, so I talk about Janice and Nadine. I haven't for like the longest time until recently. Because of winter, we barely see them, which is great. Because I don't really, I mean, I like them. They're friends, but I'm not a very good friend because I don't really want to do much of anything with another person except for my wife. Um, so we were over there when I talked about like the Easter episode. Was that the last one I did? I don't remember. I forgot to say that Nadine, so like between the two, Janice is the one that's serious, um, organized, like wears the pants in that sisterhood. I don't know, however to describe it. And then Nadine's the one that's just kind of like all over the place, um, bouncing around from conversation to conversation, like has lots of energy. They couldn't be more opposite. So I just kind of, with people who present that way, I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I just kind of have this like it's a judgment, I know, but I think to myself like they don't pay attention to details. I don't know where this thought came from, but like, and I've had it for many, many, many years. I'm still trying to figure out where this originated from. Because I firmly believe that like people who are, is it flighty? I don't even like that word. That's not a good word to use. I think I'll just stick with all over the place. I just think that like they got a lot going on in their head, and there's a lot coming out of their mouths that the eyes can't keep up. They can't notice certain things. And Nadine has always been that way around me until Sunday. So they like to buy things and use them like twice, like expensive things too. And then they just like sell it or give it away or something. So Nadine's newest toy is this espresso machine. Um And may I say, like, I thought for the longest time espressos were scams. Like, I remember being in a coffee shop when I was in the military, and there's espressos, there's cappuccinos, there's coffees. Espresso was the only one that came in this tiny, tiny fucking cup. Like, two sips, three sips, it's gone. And in my mind, I mean, this was many years ago, so, just take that into consideration. I was much younger. And I thought, like, I was sitting waiting for my order. I don't remember. It was something that probably frozen drink or something. It took a while to make. And I'm watching people get their shit. And lots of people are ordering espressos. I just think this is another name for a different kind. Like, I don't know. It's coffee, but I don't know. It's all the same. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was just like kind of like regular coffee, but maybe more flavorful. And they kept giving it to these people in these tiny ass like little cups. And I thought to myself, what a scam. Oh my God, these people are falling for this fucking scam. They're paying all this money for like this little bit of liquid. You're all doing it. Like, don't you see other people have bigger cups and you can have bigger portions? It was just embarrassing because, I thought that for the longest time after I left that coffee shop. And by that, I mean a good decade, at least a good decade. I thought espresso was a scam. I wish I had just never said any of the things to anybody I ever said about thinking this. Oh my God. I don't think that anymore. I know what espresso is. But anyways, so she takes the machine down from like the top cabinet in the kitchen, which indicates to me it's not been used very much, which it hasn't. And she proceeds to just randomly start showing me how to use this. I'm not even the one staying over there. Alicia is. But she knows that, like, I go over there to see Alicia. But for some reason, yeah, it's because she knows I'm the only one that drinks, like, coffee stuff. Alicia doesn't drink anything with caffeine very often, really. Definitely not coffee very often. Um, So, like, I'm standing there in the kitchen and I'm thinking to myself, like, why is she showing me how to use this? She actually thinks I'm going to use this espresso machine that's not mine when they're gone, and that I'm going to use these espresso pods, is what they're called, like K cups, but for espresso machines kind of thing. And she thinks I'm just gonna like be okay with that. Like, no. And then as she was showing me and I wasn't paying attention, my mind went back to other times she's done this, like with different things in the kitchen. Cause she's like a kitchen person. So she's got all these different like gadgets and shit. And I'm not the one in our marriage. Like I don't cook. Or I don't make things elaborate or anything. So 5 minutes she showed me this machine. Didn't even ask if I drank espresso. And so I just told myself, she's almost done. Just be polite. Keeps nodding and saying, okay, um, because I don't know how to just say I'm not going to use it because I don't want to be rude. And so just when I think she's done, and she's at the end, she looks right at me and she goes, I know you're not going to use this. And I'm like, what? And she said it so seriously and matter of factly. She's like, yeah, I know you won't use this. You don't use any of the stuff that like I've shown you before. And I was shocked. I was shocked that even as she was showing me this, she knew in her mind that like I wasn't going to use it, but until she made that comment, now I have to use it at least once. Oh my God, she didn't say that, but like I have to now. You guys know. I'm going to film it too to show proof. I used your espresso machine at least once. And I really hope I can figure out how to use that damn thing. I don't even know, like, what do you do? Do you put anything in espresso? Do you just drink it straight? Like, I don't even know because I thought it was a scam until, like, I mean, a long time ago I stopped thinking that, but I like coffee, regular coffee. Um, so I'll let you know how that goes because I'm going to show her that, okay, I took it more as a challenge, kind of. I was like, okay, I'll use it at least once. And she's like, okay. So I guess she does pay attention to things. Ooh. You know that feeling you get where like somebody caught on to like something that you're doing or not doing? Like, Nadine caught on to the fact that, like, I don't do any of the things that she shows me because she never mentions it again. She never talks about using those things, like, other than the times that she shows me, so it's just weird. I really did spend, um, where am I at? Oh, 25 minutes on all of this bullshit. So, if there's anything in here that, like, I don't know, sounds familiar, I'd like to know too, please. Um, I hope this episode changed your life. It didn't, but uh thanks for listening if you got this far. Um and is that all I want to say? I keep clicking around on the sound thing. I'm just going to end this now. Um I don't really know how to end things very well. So I'm just going to stick with my usual. Okay, bye.